All right, man. What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Appreciate everybody for checking in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Courtney Richardson, what's going on? Samuel, what's going on? Lathers, what's going on? In the building early. Let's talk today. Got some rumors what's going on, and possible fight should be announced um, on the Wilder Fury 2 weekend. That will be February 22nd. So you can expect the pay-per-view announcement then. But things can always change. But we'll be talking about Pacquiao has to pick between Errol Spence, Shawn Porter, or Danny Garcia, and hypothetically also Mikey Garcia if he wins versus Jesse Vargas the following week after Wilder and Fury 2. So if they do announce Pacquiao next fight, then that weekend, that means Mikey will be out of it. Then you got Floyd told Manny Pacquiao that he's retired, which is not entirely true, and I explained that. And if Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Spence, will Spence duck Pacquiao? I heard that Spence doesn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao coming off the car accident, so that's what we'll be touching on today. Appreciate it, Saul. What's going on, Gennaro Jackson? Salute. Alan Williams, what's going on? So, yeah, don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Help Blaze, at thehelpblaze.com. Promo code Goodfellow Unboxing, get you 18% off the 100% all natural products from lotion soaps to foot soaps, bath bombs, deodorant, toothpaste, hair pomade, and much, much more. Website, promo code description. And I will do either NBA lives or I will be doing the podcast for the NBA after the All-Star break. So you can check that out. I had that information up. I have a boxing podcast as well that's coming. I'm still working on that and getting some things in rotation for that. Um, Other than that, want to make a donation? Obviously, Super Chat always open, but I prefer PayPal, Cash App. Both of those informations in the description. And any story I cover, if it's a news story, it's always in the description. Article link, source link. You always find it there. So, read y'all what I got this morning. Other than this morning, it really been much to talk about in the boxing world. I probably would have did an NBA stream, but got this morning. I'll say the extra stuff for later. It's really nothing that we already don't know. Uh, Blase Blah told me yesterday about this possible fights. He talked about Errol versus Pacquiao, Shawn versus Danny Garcia 2, or Pacquiao versus Porter, or Spence versus Danny Garcia. But now it's up to Pacquiao who he wants to fight next. Pacquiao would pick one of them. The front runner is Spence, then Danny, then Shawn Porter. They want to do the fight in June. Floyd to fight Connor or Khabib next. Excuse me on that one. I thought he said Khabib, but it's Connor or Khabib. I misread that, so that video a little bit misleading. I expect an announcement on Wilder Fury 2 a week of the fight. Errol is not the boss. Clearly, it's whatever Pacquiao wants. Also, like I told you before, Errol has to want to fight Pacquiao too. I think Danny is better for him now. I don't know why these PBC fighters can't make up their mind. They got to see if Mikey wins too. So there you go. So right now in the end, Pacquiao is riding Siler. What's going on? Pacquiao was riding shotgun. Pacquiao pulling the strings, and at the end of the day, they enable Pacquiao to have the power, same way they enable Canelo to have the power. And it's unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Now if Earl Spence says he don't want to fight Pacquiao, do people keep it 100? Sir Zaya, what's going on? But I say that conversation for later. All right. Out of the three, which would y'all prefer? Since Floyd Mayweather told Pacquiao he's retired and he won't fight him, Mayweather's out the equation. So would y'all rather see Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, or Shawn Porter next? And also to note, Pacquiao is going to fight twice next year, is being said. Stevie Kim talked to Sean Gibbon from MP Promotions, Pacquiao promotion team. So even if it's late next year or late this year with December, Pacquiao will be fighting twice this year. So, what would you guys prefer? Pacquiao versus Spence, Pacquiao versus Porter, Pacquiao versus Danny Garcia next is the question. And personally, for me, Obviously you want to see the unification bout, but you don't want to hear the excuses. All right. Every time Pacquiao, I won't say every time Pacquiao fight, but last time he fought versus Keith Thurman, it was an excuse. Oh, Keith Thurman, he wasn't ready. Oh, my elbow, this, that, and the third. So to keep in mind, and this is what people, they talk, but they don't really know the whole situation. All right, this is what's going on with the Errol Spence situation, right? They say Errol back in the gym, cool, really don't mean much. But after Errol Spence's next fight, he has 90 days to fight the interim IBF title holder winner. So whoever wins between Lippius and Qdoba, which is yet to be announced for the fight, not sure. I'm pretty sure a purse bid might come into play. But if either one of them back out of these negotiations or back out the purse bid and don't fight, they banned from the top 15 of the IBF for 6 months. All right, so they got to take this fight. They both petition to fight each other, so the fight is gonna happen. So Errol Spence has 90 days after his next fight to defend his IBF or let it go vacant. Now, things get complicated if Qdoba beats Lipinets. If Qdoba, the guy who beat Colazos, we call him Qdoba Kid, whatever his name is, if he beats Lipinets, right, that means Bob Arum is not going to take an extension. That means, September, Octoberish, Errol Spence has to defend that title. Now, if Lipinets win, Errol Spence can drop the belt because it's still on the same side of the street. And he can fight Pacquiao, come back and fight Lipinets to pick up the belt and have the 3 belts. So it's imperative that Lipinets actually wins that interim title fight, because if he don't win the interim title fight, that means Bob Arum may force Errol Spence to get in the ring earlier than later. Now, if it's Manny Pacquiao, if he beat Errol Spence and they do fight, Pacquiao probably dropped the belts anyway. He don't need the IBF. He ain't trying to be undisputed versus Terrence Crawford. But it depends on what Errol Spence do next. If Spence want to fight Danny Garcia, and I heard that may be the move, then, he 90 days later, let's say they give him an extra month, 120 days later, he got to fight, Qdoba Lipinets. Then that takes Pacquiao off the table for the year, because he's not going to come back June or whenever he come back, April, May, come back, August, then come back in December. I don't envision him doing that. So, it is what it is. So it's real funny. What's gonna happen? And Pacquiao get to pick who he want to fight, but he can't make Errol Spence fight him. You know what I'm saying? He can't put Errol Spence a burner to Errol Spence's head to make him fight him. If Errol and Danny gonna fight, that will lead Manny Pacquiao to fight Shawn Porter or Kofi. What's going on? Y'all subscribe to Kofi Universe or Mikey Garcia. So come February 22nd or the 21st, you should hear, or maybe even a little bit earlier than that, you should hear a PBC pay-per-view come. Now, if you hear Danny and Errol Spence announced as a pay-per-view that weekend, then you probably going to get Pacquiao and Porter, Pacquiao and Mikey Garcia. And Pacquiao's not reluctant to fight Porter. That was one of his chief sparring partners coming up. You know what I'm saying? So, Ricky E, what's going on? So, like I said before, Pacquiao is still dictating, First Floyd dictate what's going on. And now that Floyd told Pacquiao that, piss on, Manny Pacquiao dictate what's going on. But Jay Money say, I want to see Errol versus Pacquiao. That fight makes sense. He said it could be the fight of the year. Manny Pacquiao is still dangerous, and Spence need to underestimate Pac-Man. He's dangerous. Pacquiao going to fight Danny. I haven't heard that, but that's a possibility. It was already said that Errol Spence would prefer to fight Danny Garcia. So what's up? And if it's coming down to Errol Spence if it comes down to Danny Garcia picking Pacquiao or Errol Spence, then who you think Danny gonna pick? Me personally, the Errol Spence fight is more winnable for Danny Garcia. But shout out to Texas T salute. That fight is more winnable. Pacquiao can get old overnight, but the speed disadvantage that Danny Garcia is at versus Manny Pacquiao It's just a bad matchup. I always wonder why Floyd never came back and beat the hell out of Danny Garcia for fun, because Danny Garcia is entirely too slow for both of them. And with him being more getting drained, that's right up Pacquiao alley. Pacquiao possibly probably can stop Danny Garcia. You know what I'm saying? That scar tissue over the eye, the accumulation of punches. I mean, he have a field day with Danny Garcia unless he got overconfident and got caught. But like I said before, if Danny Garcia talking about winning the fight, I mean, you got the payday of Manny Pacquiao. He gonna bring you probably more money than Errol Spence. But Errol Spence give you 2 belts coming off a car accident. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, he could pick Danny. Then where would that leave Errol Spence at is the question. If he picked Danny Garcia, because I already heard Errol would rather prefer to fight Danny. Now, things change all the time. Errol Spence could possibly see Dub Dream Chaser. What's going on? Errol Spence probably could change his mind and say, you know what? I'd rather go ahead and fight. If Manny said I want to fight Danny, if he offered, look, the thing was Manny prefers, like I just said, reading information I got. Manny prefers Errol Spence, but Errol Spence don't want to jump into a Pacquiao fight coming off a car accident. He prefers to fight Danny Garcia. But if Manny take Danny Garcia away, then maybe Errol Spence will fight Manny, because does Errol Spence really want to go into a Shawn Porter rematch, which a lot of people thought he arguably could have lost the first fight, and he got to go into a Shawn Porter rematch, maybe not being himself. He's not going to rematch Mikey Garcia. Garcia just stay on his own. You know what I'm saying? So then who is there for Errol Spence to fight? No mandatory. Danny Garcia is technically the mandatory. He probably don't want to fight Shawn Porter again. You know what I'm saying? He not going to fight Terrence Crawford. The IBF title fight is probably going to be right around the same time his fight is for the interim title. So, Manny Pacquiao can really mess it up if he picked Danny Garcia. Because then Errol Spence will have to rematch Shawn Porter if he want to stay on pay-per-view. Or maybe Keith Thurman step up and say, well, Errol Spence got a car accident. I'll take the fight. That's the question. It's going to be Porter and Manny. I can see that happening. I definitely can see that happening. But Errol Spence is his preference. It's just that Errol Spence is being a little bit smart about the situation. They probably already know what Pacquiao see, and I'll get into the Errol Spence a little bit later. What about Lopez for who? Errol Spence. I mean, if Errol Spence, if you take steak, do you want to go back to eating Spam? That's the question. If he fight Josito Lopez, that can't go on pay-per-view. Keith Thurman got a hand injury. He said be back punching the bag in March. Errol going to Danny. I love Errol. I mean, Manny Pacquiao make a lot of money. So it depends on what Pacquiao. Well, it depends. I mean, Danny Garcia ain't got to fight Manny Pacquiao neither. If him and Welch is fair, what's going on? If Danny want Shawn want, if Danny and Earl want to fight, they want to fight. You know what I'm saying? Danny Garcia said I can get 2 belts. If I get these 2 belts, you know what I'm saying? I'll fight the. But then he got to see probably Lipinets after that. So, like I said, mandatories kind of mess up the game. If this conversation don't anger Crawford fans, all I heard was PBC welterweight. This is what they gonna do. I mean, at the end of the day, Lopez and Porter, I don't know. I heard Porter want easy fight if no big fight, so I doubt that. That could be a possibility, but I ain't heard nothing about that. I know they're trying to do Lopez and Danny Garcia January 25th. Danny Garcia turned it down. But either or, you're probably gonna get 2 pay-per-view fights out of it, especially if Danny and Earl. If Manny and Earl split. If they split the bunch, if Manny go Manny go Porter, and Spence go Danny, it'd be 2 pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? And they say Pacquiao was estimated to come back in June. So that might be the best situation for Earl. You know what I'm saying? You got 6 months, almost 6 months to prepare and get stronger and stuff of that nature. But it's a dangerous fight. At the end of the day, I heard this is Pacquiao last year fighting. It couldn't be. Things change. It sounded about right. I don't understand why he continues to fight, especially after this year. If his bag right, if Earl don't drop the IBF next, this may be his last chance at fighting Pacquiao this year. So if he don't fight Pacquiao this time, in June, and then he got to defend his IBF, he got to drop that to see Pacquiao. So, like I said before, it's a dangerous fight. They got to assess how Errol Spence looking in the gym. That's the question. They got to assess how he looking in the gym, and Danny Garcia turned down Lopez, your Dennis Yugas, them two for sure. I think he turned down Lippias too. So, at the end of the day, it's a good matchup. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, you want the best fight out there. But really, if Errol Spence don't feel that he's ready, or, if he wants some concessions from Manny Pacquiao, is the question. You know what I'm saying? That's the question. If he wants some concessions from Manny Pacquiao, as far as, like, I don't even want the fight. And Pacquiao, he want a better split, then he want a better split. But if Shawn, if he don't rematch Shawn and Danny and Manny Pacquiao fight, it's gonna be a lot of pressure on him to fight somebody credible to stay on pay-per-view. The question is, Francisco, what's going on? The question is, do Errol Spence want to tune up on Free Fox or go back to Showtime? But it was put to me as what Pacquiao want. Pacquiao the man. Pacquiao can do what Pacquiao want to do, and it's crazy that they give Pacquiao and Canelo all this power when really you can cut them out the game and you fight the best. Crawford should go after Ortiz. Ortiz who? Ortiz who? Virgil Ortiz? That boy ain't ready. That gets you nowhere. You punish him, it gets you nowhere. You punish that kid, it absolutely, unless the zone gonna pay him enough money to come over there and beat the shit out the kid. He gonna beat the dog walking shit out of that boy. That motherfucker gonna be the new Fernando Vargas. Hooker Spence. Hooker in Progress, I heard today fighting April 4th. I don't know where I heard before I heard Madison Square Garden or something. That's stupid. They should fight in Texas. That's a nice little Frisco Star fight. But yeah, Hooker in Progress, I heard that's close to being done. That's going down. I heard April 4th. I heard Joshua's possibly fighting Puev June 6th. It's a growing belief that Keith Idec believe Tank still gonna fight Leo Santa Cruz, which I don't think he gonna be fighting Leo Santa Cruz. So, I mean, Gary Russell should get a crack. Tank had more footage. Tank probably not gonna be fighting this year, unless late this year. So, that is what it is. Nobody knows how good Canelo's numbers relate to because he's hiding behind that. Yeah, they don't have digital. They don't have numbers for apps. Showtime app, Fox app, ESPN Plus app. Yeah, the Nielsen ratings have no jurisdiction on there. So that is true. So it don't really matter to him. He's still getting $35 million. Eventually, time will tell if the zone start to go bankrupt or they pull out. You know what? And what's so funny is you get rid of HBO and the zone take its place. We regressed. We truly regressed. And I guarantee you, if the zone leave, then HBO gonna come back. Ramirez versus Spence at 40. That's not gonna happen. Ramirez is gonna be in an undisputed class pretty soon with Josh Taylor, and then that winner gonna get fed to Crawford. Bob not doing him no favor. He just signed a new contract with Top Rank. So you most likely, at the bare minimum, Errol Spence, you might get him versus Josito Lopez. You know what I'm saying? That's, the bare minimum. So, like I said before, if Spence smart, if Spence take the Pacquiao fight, he take it. But Pacquiao asked for Floyd. Floyd maintains that he's retired, but I hear he gonna come back versus Conor McGregor or Khabib. So, he gonna be just doing the clown show with Dana White. Him and Khabib, or Conor McGregor, that's just gonna be easy money for him. So he gonna fight the MMA fighters and let Pacquiao do what he do with the Premier Boxing Champion fighters. And you just gotta wonder if Pacquiao, he cleans up PBC side of the street and he get all the belts on one side of the street. That's just gonna make his legacy that much better because it was a lot of hype behind Keith Thurman. It was a lot of hype behind Errol Spence, and really at that point, do we just clean that side of the street up and retire and not fight Terrence Crawford? That leaves Terrence Crawford in a fucked up situation. Because once again, You know, Crawford can't be the first to beat Errol Spence. He can't be the first to beat Keith Thurman. He can't be the first to beat Shawn Porter. So Pacquiao can really mess up not only Keith Thurman, Shawn Porter. Well, shit, Shawn Porter legacy is what it is now, but he can mess up Keith. He messed up Keith Thurman legacy. He can mess up Errol Spence legacy. In the process, without fighting Crawford, he can mess up Crawford legacy. Because then Crawford, Pacquiao went over there and cleaned up. You know, if he go over there and clean up everybody over there, I mean, what can the local dummy boxing community say? See, if he fight, if Errol Spence ain't smart and he go ahead and fight Pacquiao next, and they fight in June, and Manny Pacquiao beat him, ain't nobody trying to hear, oh man, I wasn't ready, or the accident had me messed up. For one, that's a self-inflicted wound, right? Two, you said no tune-ups. I want Pacquiao and Danny Garcia. So if Errol Spence backs out of the Manny Pacquiao fight and doesn't want to fight Manny Pacquiao, that's a duck. Because ain't nobody. This is not a sound bite. This is visual proof where you can go look at the Brian Kenny interview, and you can see Errol Spence saying, "Hey, I don't want no tune-up. I want Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. Oh, Brian said, what about Crawford? Him too. He said no tune-up, no broken bones, all this and that. And if he back out without fighting Manny Pacquiao, keep that same energy, dude. Not only has this man ducked Manny Pacquiao, he's ducked Terrence Crawford." Dre said, "You can't trust the drunk. His words don't mean it." You know what I'm saying? You can't deny that. And I don't want to hear an excuse from people, well, he just got out of a car. No, nigga, you got out of a car accident when you talked to Brian Kenny. No broken bones. Spence back in the gym. Everybody be consistent on what he's saying. Danny Garcia is a tune-up. In my eyes. If Errol Spence boxing, it's a tune-up. But hey, if Danny Garcia tough fight, Pacquiao tough fight, why lose to Danny Garcia for lesser money? Why risk it then? Because that's how they seeing it. He said, I'm gonna fight. I heard he said he gonna fight Danny. And that's a lesser of the fight. But right now we know Manny Pacquiao is probably one of the bigger opportunists, like Sugar Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather, in boxing history. So things may change. Errol Spence might change his mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's a train of thought. It's basically like, if I can go in there and I lose to Danny Garcia for less money, why not fight Manny Pacquiao? But it's a tough fight. That's a tough fight. Where Errol Spence asks for drug testing, we haven't heard VADA announce a Premier Boxing Champion drug test in a long time. When the last time you seen them say, well, this guy's entered VADA drug test? You haven't. Broner said he called Al Haymon because Manny Pacquiao wasn't being tested. Keith Thurman said they wasn't doing no tests. Then the word got out. Me and Town kept making videos, and eventually the mainstream or lamestream media got a hold to it, and they started doing testing the last few weeks. After he done pushed the shit potentially or allegedly through his system. That just let you know. That they said he did tested for Mikey Garcia, but I'm not sure if VADA. I can't remember if VADA was reporting it. And if they was, that's because Mikey Garcia was working with Victor Conte, and Victor Conte runs Snack, and Victor Conte also works with VADA. So don't forget that. But Premier Boxing Champion fighters don't have no integrity. They don't have no morals or nothing like that. They are spineless pussies for Manny Pacquiao. They spineless. They rodents. You know what I'm saying? From Pacquiao, they will squeeze under the smallest door crack to get under there. They do whatever. Ain't no morals. Oh, no drug test? Fine, I'm cool with it. Oh, Pacquiao don't want me to wear Reeboks. I gotta wear Asics. I'm fine with it. Oh, Pacquiao say, he get to wear 8 ounces. I gotta wear 16-ounce gloves. I'm fine. Oh, Pacquiao get to wear headgear. I'm fine with it. Oh, Pacquiao don't get to test and they gotta test me. I'm fine. They willing they willing to chop their scrotum off to fight Manny Pacquiao. That's what they willing to do for a check. This ain't $100 million. Like Conor McGregor got it right. Conor McGregor. You know what I'm saying? He said Keith had dug his own grave. He wanted to fight. Same thing. This is what we talking about with Errol Spence. If Errol Spence choose to go in there with Manny Pacquiao, coming off a car accident now, everything I heard before now was that Errol Spence prefers to fight Danny Garcia first. But the way it's shaped up, he can lose his IBF title if he don't defend it 90 days, after the Danny Garcia fight. Versus whoever won the interim title between Qdoba and Lipyets, which they haven't really named that yet. Wood, what's going on? Y'all subscribe to Wood Stay Real TV. All right? They haven't decided when that fight gonna happen. I'm pretty sure the purse bid date coming up pretty soon. Castanos and Teixeira, that's gonna be 1 week before the Canelo fight, May 2nd. It's at some freaking casino. I can't remember. But the deal sounds like it's done. So it sounds like it's going to be on the zone. Castano and Teixeira's WBO fight. So, I pay attention closely to that. But we talking about the same thing with Errol Spence. If Errol Spence changes his mind, which it always happened in PBC universe, and he said, well, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to fight Pacquiao, right? Coming off a car accident. I'm waiving my right to be a human being, Renardo, salute. I'm waiving my right to be a human being. No drug test. All on Pacquiao terms. For what? I mean, if Errol Spence truly somebody said he made $13 million versus Mikey Garcia or versus whoever. If he really touching 13 and $8, $9 million versus Shawn Porter, is making a couple extra more $1 million versus Manny Pacquiao, is it truly worth it though? That's you gotta sometimes, and I was listening to an interview on the Breakfast Club yesterday by Yo Gotti, and I like Yo Gotti, right? And I'm listening to an interview, right? And he said something that's so real, right? In this interview, and it's common sense to really not for a lot of street niggas, but it's common sense. He said all money ain't good money. You know what I'm saying? He says basically that I had deals in the streets where sometimes the numbers sound too good to be true, and I think it was the police, and I left money on the table. You know what I'm saying? And if it sounds too good to be true, a guy, Manny Pacquiao, Samuel, salute, Fab, what's going on? If Pacquiao didn't want to fight you in September, after you beat Shawn Porter, right? He still didn't want to fight you. You go back to March, after you beat Mikey Garcia, you caught him out in the ring. He still didn't want to fight you then. His first fight in January was on PBC with Adrian Broner. He still didn't want to fight you. So what's changed from January in 2019, March 2019, September 28th, 2019, to 2020 in February? What's changed? Sam Cool Time, what's going on? What's changed? A car accident. So does Spence have enough? Does he have enough restraint? Do we have enough clarity about the situation to know, like, I'm training and I feel like my old self, or I know that this ain't right, or Derek saying we shouldn't do this. You know what I'm saying? Or is his team, his father, like, is Derek like this, his personal manager, his boys? Oh, how you feel? Oh, I feel good. Oh, you should take the fight then. Do we got enough restraint to walk away from Manny Pacquiao for right now? Because one thing about it for sure, it's probably, let's say it's a $7 million difference. Let's say it's a $7 million difference. Cool. You can make that 7 up next year. You can make that 7 up soon. You know what? You rehabilitate your image. You know what I'm saying? You can make that 7 up, getting a Nike deal. Tell Al to go out there and try to get you a deal with Nike, Under Armour, Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? Do some car dealership or local commercials. You can make that $7 million up. The money that you leave on the floor, you can make that money up. Abram, what's going on? You can make that money back. But one thing you can't get back in boxing, You can't get back your integrity. You can't get back your O. You can't get back scar tissue. You know what I'm saying? And people say, well, you fighting a legend in Pacquiao, but does beating Pacquiao at this point make you a Hall of Famer? No. You beat a 41-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? If it mattered, then Joe Smith Jr. should be in the Hall of Fame for knocking out Bernard Hopkins. This is where character in team, this is where you talking about a boxing team. Not a single person making all the decisions. This is where you delegate. You ask your Pops, hey, how I'm looking in the gym, Pops. Derek, how I'm looking in the gym. Your homeboys, how I'm looking in the gym. My personal man, how I'm looking in sparring partners or other guys in the gym. How I'm looking in, hey, Jamel, what you think I looking in? I look the same. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what Derek and your father asked you. Hey, how your back feeling? How your mouth feeling? You know what I'm saying? You know, how you feeling after training? Anything hurting, lingering? You need to get a adjust. This is where you got to be real with yourself. Money is the root of all evil. And this could be a critical turning point for him where if he walk away, shit, fate might have it. He might go on and make way more than that versus Pacquiao. He might go on to be the greatest fighter in the world. He take the fight and he get injured or he lose. He never the same. So this ain't a legacy. This ain't like fight. If Floyd Mayweather came on and said, I want to fight Errol Spence, that's not the same. Because one, if you're going to make $20 million fighting Pacquiao, you're going to make 50 fighting Floyd. So you're going from a $7 million increase, to almost $37 million increase. That's a whole different type of bag. You may not make the 37 in boxing again. And then again, if you beat Floyd Mayweather, you can eat free whenever you want to. You beat Mayweather, you a legend. Don't matter. Pacquiao been beat every way impossible. He been stopped to the body a few times. He been stopped to the jaw. He been robbed. He been out hustled. He been out boxed. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you risking to fight Pacquiao over what? $7 million, 5 or 3 different dollars. You fought at Cowboy Stadium. Only thing Errol ain't did was headline in Vegas. That's it. Mayweather bring a different type of reward. That's a different type of reward. But it's up for his team and what will make it. You don't sit out here and call a shot 8-ball corner pocket, and Manny Pacquiao say, shit, you said you want to fight. What's up? And if Errol Spence walk away from this fight and he end up doing something else and Pacquiao fight somebody, you already know what Pacquiao gonna do. First report of Pacquiao coming, how you doing, Pat? Errol Spence ducked me. I went to fight Errol Spence tonight, and Errol Spence said no. He said no tune-ups, and I thought he was a man of his word, and we could have did it in Vegas. I caught Jerry Jones. We could have did it in Jerry World. Errol Spence is just not the man that I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? I'm guarantee you that's gonna happen. Pacquiao gonna run that nigga name through the mud. Freddie Roach gonna be talking shit. Well, Errol Spence he's not Terrence Crawford, and we was gonna whoop his ass, and he didn't want to fight us, and we wanted to fight him before the car accident, but Pacquiao was gonna whoop. He knew Pacquiao was gonna whoop his ass. He knows what Pacquiao was capable of. But we were fighting Shawn Porter, we're gonna focus on Shawn Porter, but just let it known for the history books. Just let it known for the history books that Errol Spence ducked Manny Pacquiao, a 41-year-old senator from the Philippines. Not Pacquiao when he was 29 or 36. He ducked I'm telling you, they gotta run that nigga name through the mud. You gonna think that nigga ATV on a rainy, muddy day. They gotta run his name through the mud. They already don't like niggas. I'll tell you that right now. They gonna run his name through the mud. They gonna run his name through. You see when he beat Keith Thurman ass, he named his dog Keith Thurman. What he named his dog? Thurman. He named his dog Thurman. He named this dog Thurman. But, it would be considered a duck. You don't call nobody out and then don't fight them. I don't care if you flew through a car window or you went through a glass window. You know what I'm saying? So, it depends. Because if Manny Pacquiao say, I want to fight Danny Garcia, then Spence ain't got nobody but to fight but Shawn Porter. You know what I'm saying? And I think Shawn Porter with a second look with Kenny the mad scientist Porter in his corner, man. Shawn Porter might do something this time. You know he's gonna throw some headbutts in there. Shawn Porter way more dangerous fight than Danny Garcia because not that Shawn Porter is a by far better fighter than Danny Garcia. It's that Shawn Porter is a rough, tough fighter and he getting a second look at Errol Spence. He getting a second look at Errol Spence. That's the difference. Yugas, you could throw Yugas in there, but I think personally, I think they're trying to keep your Dennis Yugas away from Errol Spence. Personally, I don't think they want to make Yugas and Errol Spence. I think they think that's a bad stylistic fight for him. And I think Yugas is just don't pull like they don't have enough punching power. That's a guy I would like to see them send to fight Crawford. He beat Crawford in the amateurs, Bo Mack said. They gonna run this nigga name through the mud. See, this is why you always gotta watch what you say. Real talk, this is why you always gotta watch what you say. Hold on. You know what I'm saying? Stevie, what's going on? Yeah. Somebody was texting me on Instagram. Shawn Porter don't say his name or he might pop up. But at the end of the day, if he gotta fight Shawn Porter again, that might be the worst case scenario other than Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter, how many times has Shawn Porter got a second look at any of his opponents? Julio Diaz is the only one. He beat him. The first time, I thought he lost. Second time, he beat him. He got a draw the first time, but he didn't get a second look at Danny, Keith, Errol. Obviously, he haven't got a second look at. So, if Shawn get a second look at Errol, shit, if he get a second look at Keith Thurman, then, maybe Shawn Porter might do better. So Errol Spence got to weigh that too, and like basically, if I'm gonna fight Danny Garcia or I'm gonna fight Shawn Porter, Manny Pacquiao, shit, Yugas and Yugas too. All of them is good enough to beat me if I'm not at 100%. So do I just go for the lucrative fight and take my chances, or do I take my chances fighting Danny Garcia and just figuring I'm more athletic? I can outbox Danny Garcia. Do I take my chances? I already know what Shawn Porter punch like. I already know his speed and fight him again. So it's gonna be, it's balanced, But he said if Earl Smart fight Bud now and cash himself, the difference is that if you're gonna cash yourself out of all the fighters, even if you want to name in this division, Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Shawn Porter, Manny Pacquiao, Terrence Crawford, Kavaliauskas, Jamal James, Yugas, Lipias, Qdoba. If you want to cash yourself out, you want to cash yourself out in the biggest name possible, and that'd be Manny Pacquiao. He dare not cash yourself out versus Terrence Crawford because that's a good money fight. Crawford and Spence can do as many pay-per-views. They can do as many pay-per-views as Manny Pacquiao and Errol Spence can. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, but I think he'd rather just do it with. Hold on. I rather think he just do it with Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao a name. You lose to Terrence Crawford. You lost to Crawford, and the black community gonna make fun of you. You gonna be a meme. I think Errol Spence would rather lose to anybody in this world besides Terrence Crawford. Seriously, he'd rather lose to anybody in this world besides Terrence Crawford. That's the God honest truth. You can't cash out on Bud. Why can't you? That's a big fight. That fight is more anticipated than any fight in boxing amongst Americans. That's a fact. That fight is more anticipated than any other fight in boxing. That's a big money fight. They want to act like it's not a big money fight. Oh, Crawford don't do this, don't do that, this, that, and the third. That fight is people anticipating it. Spence will lose to anybody else in this game. Canelo, Triple G, Baturbia, Paulo Malignaggi, Conor McGregor. He not being pushed like Pacquiao. Pacquiao not being pushed. Pacquiao was already a known commodity. But what y'all forgetting, Pacquiao ain't doing a million pay-per-views no more. Floyd Mayweather come back and fight Khabib, an easy million. He fight McGregor again, an easy million. He fight Errol Spence tomorrow. That's doing a million pay-per-views. Pacquiao ain't no fucking Errol. Keith Thurman not that bigger star than Errol Spence. Keith Thurman first pay-per-view, him and Pacquiao did what, 500,000? And he had been out the ring for what, 22 months other than fighting Josita Lopez. Wasn't no building Keith Thurman up. Keith Thurman and Errol Spence is basically on the same level. You probably get an edge to Errol Spence because he's been in the limelight a little bit more. Errol Spence not this. They got this imagination. Errol Spence fans that Errol Spence is this big pay-per-view star, and he this big star. He on the same Keith Thurman, Crawford, Errol Spence. They in the same motherfucking vicinity. They're in the same vicinity. They getting the same money. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, they got the same popularity. They got the same hardcore fan base for the most part. The same people talk about them. There's no difference between them. Errol Spence is not this mega star. Nobody know who the fuck he is for real. Like I said before, one day my old barber, he was cutting my hair before he moved. He cut my hair. I said, man, you know who Errol Spence is? He said, no, I don't know who them is. People don't know who they is. Errol Spence don't got more fans. Boxing has the same fans, bruh. Boxing have the same fans. That's it. The same casual fans. They got the same amount of casual fans. They got the same fans. Errol Spence is not this mega star. He not Mayweather. He not De La Hoya. He not Sugar Ray Leonard. He not Roy Jones. He not on that level. They got the same fans. The same people. When I say fans, not necessarily supporters. The same people that talk about him. The same people that blog about him. The same writers that write about him. The same people that tune in to see they fights on the regular. It's the same people. Boxing got the same. It's a small community, bro. It's a small community. And that's the God honest truth. Errol Spence ain't big. Broner bigger than Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He said Bud got 20,000 more followers on Twitter. So, right. I mean, yeah, they got the same. It's the same fans, bro. They trying to make it a competition of who popular, who the A-side, who this. These niggas got the same fans. It makes no difference. This wasn't a discussion when Hagler was fighting Hearns, or when Hearns was fighting Duran, and when McCullum was fighting Tony, and Nunn was fighting Tony, and Nigel was fighting Gerald McLennan, and Jackson and Norris was fighting, and Holyfield and Evander was fighting, and Riddick Bowen and Evander, and Cooney and Ho. These dudes wasn't arguing about who got more fans, and they might have argued about who name going to poster first, or I kind of wanted to be at Caesar's Palace, and I wanted to be here. This wasn't an argument about who got more followers and who got more fans and who got the. At the end of the day, all that shit changed. One ass whooping, all your fans become mine. One ass whooping in today's boxing, you go from hero to -0. These are the facts. You can come in there like De La Hoya. De La Hoya came in with a nation behind him. Mexico, Mexican Americans, everybody was against Floyd when he fought him on that poster to your left. Everybody was against Floyd. People forget that. When Floyd beat De La Hoya, all that other shit went out the window. Floyd became the biggest star in boxing. He solidified himself as the most popular fighter on the planet. Let that marinate like neck bone juice. Let that marinate. Oscar De La Hoya came in with every fan. He came in with all the fans. Mayweather went in there and did what he did, and guess what? He walked out with all the De La Hoya fortune. Not the fortune. De La Hoya, it was like an 80-20 split. He walked out with every De La Hoya fan. He snatched Vegas away from Oscar De La Hoya. Vegas became Las Mayweather Vegas. Mayweather, they transferred superpowers. Spence can't fade. Anybody that know boxing, that I really run into, these old timers that watch years and years, and anybody I run into, they ask me, who you think gonna win, Spence or Crawford? You know what I'm saying? I said Crawford. Everybody know Crawford gonna beat his ass. It ain't no secret. Go out there and ask some of them OG fighters, the OG boxing fans that watch. Everybody know that Errol Spence is the most overrated boxer, pound for pound, in boxing. He might be one of the most overrated fighters in history. Alexander Wilson, Fernando Vargas' resume is better than 90% of the fighters now. He fought everybody. His career was over at 30. That's the different mindset. Different mindset. Different mindset. But at the end of the day, one lost to Errol Spence, and then the Manny Pacquiao. Then it's over. We're not talking about him and Crawford no more. It's over with. You know what I'm saying? People try to make it seem like, oh, Crawford don't want to fight. Not even take it there. I don't even want to take it. But Crawford don't want to fight. They've been trying to negotiate, and shout out to Alexander for the super chat. They've been trying to negotiate with them, make the fight. They don't want to make the fight. Errol Spence ain't said no offer. They don't want to make that fight, and it's cool. That's the worst case scenario for Errol Spence. Errol Spence can lose to Hughes. He can lose to Jamal James. He can lose to McGregor. He can lose to Paula Malignaggi today. Matter of fact, Gervonta or Leo Santa Cruz can beat Errol Spence. He can lose to anybody in boxing, from Canelo, Beterbiev, Wilder, down to Nuyua, down to Sor Riverstein. He can take that L. But if he loses to Terrence Crawford, I guarantee you he's going to go into exile. Y'all really think Errol Spence out here popping willies and jumping dudes and being in street beef? Errol Spence lose to Terrence Crawford, bro. Errol Spence gonna go out there and relapse. He gonna go out there and relapse. He said, Quincy said, do you think Pacquiao beat Spence? Yeah, today, yeah, he beat the shit out of Spence. After the car accident, I thought it was a 55-45 fight before the car accident favoring Errol Spence. I thought Spence probably can clip him late. Unless Pacquiao get old overnight. Most definitely, I like right now, Pacquiao beat the dog walking shit out of Spence. That's why Spence don't want to fight. Pacquiao gonna have to give him some more percentage or some more money or some concessions or something like that. I heard Spence wants $20 million guaranteed. I can believe it. Cause he can beat the shit. Pacquiao beat the shit out of him. That's a debatable fight if he's healthy, because he's draining himself to make a weight that he doesn't belong at. That's the problem. He's draining himself already. So right then and there, that kills his chances of winning. He's draining himself to make a weight. Look at his face. This is why people say, well, Errol Spence got to stay in shape in between fights. It's damn near impossible if you ever suppress yourself, if you ever starve yourself. You know what I'm saying? You starve yourself, and you eat. 9 times out of 10, you're going to overconsume. Instead of your 2,000, or let's say you eat 3,500 calories a day, Instead of you starve yourself the majority of the day, instead of them 3,500 calories you eat, if you eat 3 different meals or 5 small meals a day, you eat 3 meals a snack, whatever you consume, you're probably going to eat around 7,000 calories, starving your body. So it's the same principles apply to cutting weight. When you cut weight and you kill all the nutrients out your body for a camp and you drain yourself the week of the fight, and after the fight, win, lose, or draw, what you think gonna happen? He gonna put all the weight that he took off. He done stripped down 30, 40, 50 pounds. Some of these dudes stripped down. He gonna put 70 pounds back on. He gonna put 50, 60 pounds back. Easy. When you blink, he gonna put that. And people say, well, how does fighters, make weight and they make 47 and they blow up 20 pounds overnight? Same principles apply. Same principles apply. Same fucking principles apply. He gonna blow up. Same thing in camp. You drain your body, then you're not in camp no more. You gonna blow up. General Pendant, what's going on? He said one big ass meal for the body is best. That's some people believe that. You got several train of thoughts. You got some people that believe 5 small meals. Some people that believe 3 small meals. Some people think breakfast is bad for you. You shouldn't eat till midday. Yeah, I mean, the best answer when people say you should do this workout. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need to do this, or you need to do calisthenics, or you do what's best for you. Oh, you should do cardio after you work. No, you do what's best for you. Every human body is different. Everybody genetics is different. You do what you most comfortable doing. If somebody give you a workout plan and they give it to Timmy, Susie, Bobby, and Jill, I guarantee you it's not gonna work for all of y'all. It's not going to work for everybody. But at the same time, for Errol Spence, he gotta if he fight Pacquiao, but Pacquiao a tough fight. He don't have a southpaw advantage. I don't know how Pacquiao fight against southpaws or what his record is against southpaws, but Pacquiao got a hand speed advantage. You know what I'm saying? People say size, 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 size. You know what I'm saying? It depends on how you use your size. But it's a tough fight. Errol Spence long, he had to keep that jab and Pacquiao down Pacquiao throat. If Errol keep that jab, Deshaun, what's going on? Errol keep that jab down Pacquiao, and he got to succeed where Errol was Thurman failed at. Thurman kept taking a half step back. He kept boxing, taking a half step back. And then matter of fact, Thurman was taking 2 steps back. And then finally he started moving forward, taking a half step back. And he just kept taking that half step and a half, 2 steps to reset, and he let Pacquiao slide out the back door. So, what Errol Spence had to do is he had to really cut the ring off, and when he get Manny Pacquiao on the ropes, he had to really close that distance off and make it rough and tough. But Earl don't really smother his work. Earl is great at finding the distance where he's best at getting the leverage on the shots. Look at the Kell Brook fight. Kell Brook was holding, and he finally found that distance where Kell Brook couldn't hold. He punched him Kell under the rib cage, and he worked in Kell's midsection. Similar thing he had to do with Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He got the whole Pacquiao on them ropes and really, not let him slide out the side door. But if the fight in the middle of the ring, Errol Spence gonna have a ton of trouble. He gonna have a ton of trouble, man. He had a ton of trouble, but the hand speed, foot speed is in Pacquiao's favor. But the youth and going down the stretch, Pacquiao gonna be good. The fight gonna be dangerous for the first 6 rounds. After the first 6 rounds, if Errol Spence is down 4-2 or 5-1 or 6-0, or if Pacquiao can score a knockdown and create a gap, it's gonna be over with. Errol Spence gonna be like Keith Thurman playing catch up. He gonna make up ground down the stretch. Pacquiao gonna steal a round or 2, and then he gonna win a close decision. If Errol Spence is able to split the first 3 rounds at least, if he go 3-3 and he stay up on his feet, it's a good chance down the stretch he gonna bang out Manny Pacquiao. It's a great chance. Pacquiao game is, the first 6 rounds he won a great advantage. He drop you, when he can win those rounds, and then he only got to steal 1 or 2 or 3 rounds in the last 6, he know how to survive. But the thing about Errol Spence is he is a very selective puncher. You want to throw 1 shot, he want to throw 2 shots. He ain't a fluid combination puncher. So he gonna throw 1 or 2 or 3 shots at Pacquiao. Pacquiao gonna cover up, eat those shots. He gonna and if Errol Spence don't continue to throw 3, 4, 5, 6 and keep running down Pacquiao, Pacquiao gonna catch some of them shots. He might eat some of those shots. He gonna slide the side door, reset, get in the middle of the ring, run a combination on Errol Spence, make Errol Spence reset. It's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle of real estate. If Errol can keep Pacquiao in the corner, in the turnbuckles on the ropes, Errol Spence should win. Pacquiao keep him in the middle of the ring, Manny Pacquiao gonna win. But one thing that Errol Spence, the advantage he got is length and height and size. You know what I'm saying? He don't have a southpaw advantage. Pacquiao got the foot speed, the hand speed, the experience. And I believe Manny Pacquiao got the punching power advantage in the left hand. I think Pacquiao hit harder than Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? And Lord knows who got the jaw advantage. It may be Manny Pacquiao after the car accident. So, like I said before, they smart to stay away from that guy. They smart to stay away from him. They smart to stay away from him. Spence having to be set to punch really is going to hurt him. Yeah, it's going to hurt him. And you know, Pacquiao gonna take advantage, but Pacquiao got to be set too. But he do it in a different way. He able to set, punch, and keep going. Spence is like Margarito. I'm telling y'all, this might look like a Margarito fight. You know, Margarito got to be set, and he throw the same type of punches Margarito throw a little. I ain't gonna say the same type, but he got kind of those Margarito mannerisms. Come behind the high guard and trying to throw these shots. Errol Spence throw to the land. He throw these hard shots to the body, rip to the head. I mean, Pacquiao gonna he gonna try to punch. It's gonna be a interesting fight. The first 6 rounds gonna be interesting. If they can split, I like Errol Spence down the stretch. Errol Spence, but it's gonna be an interesting fight if they do fight. But I don't think Errol Spence is gonna take that fight. Who fighting the UFC this weekend? Pat can't fight going backwards, and he don't pop them angles like he used to. Yeah, he don't like going fighting backwards, but versus Keith Thurman, he was able to get enough of the first 6 rounds to win. It'll be enough of you push Pacquiao on the back foot and you make him go on the back foot, he cover up. But the problem is with Spence is not a fluid combination puncher. Spence is gonna throw those robotic 1, 2, 3 shots, and Pacquiao will take advantage of that. Pacquiao will punch with you. That's what get everybody with Manny Pacquiao. Pacquiao will take a chance, and not too many people take a chance punching with you. He said John Jones and Dominic Reyes is the man. Oh, I thought John Jones was fighting this weekend. But he doesn't take Mark what's going on. Pacquiao take chances, man. When Errol Spence open up, Pacquiao, especially if Errol Spence open up with something besides a jab, Pacquiao gonna punch with him. Yeah, fuck him. He's a pussy. So it'll be interesting. It's definitely gonna be a battle of real estate between the two. But basically, we waiting on Manny Pacquiao on the pick. But with Floyd, he don't want to fight Manny Pacquiao. So it sounds like he gonna fight Conor McGregor, Khabib. But the whole thing with Floyd Mayweather not wanting to fight Pacquiao, and people wanting that rematch is kind of like the Golovkin fans wanted the Canelo rematch. If Golovkin probably would, but give Canelo a rematch because of the amount of money that it brings. But for Floyd, if Floyd had lost to Manny Pacquiao, if Manny Pacquiao was in Floyd position and he had all this money, Manny Pacquiao wouldn't be giving Floyd a rematch. If Pacquiao didn't have to fight, he wouldn't fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Pacquiao got to fight because Michael Collins and them fucked this money up, and they messed their money up. So they always asking the black man to do something that the other won't. So I don't blame Floyd Mayweather for not coming back to fight Manny Pacquiao, and playing with his emotions, because Manny Pacquiao would do him the same way. So Pacquiao got to sit here and get his money the hard way. It ain't Floyd's fault that Floyd can go around here and make $100 million fighting fucking MMA fighters. It ain't his fault that Floyd can go over to, Japan and fight Tenshin and make $10 million and get like 2 or 3 just for doing a press conference. Floyd set himself up like that. So Pacquiao got to get his money the hard way. He got to destroy the Premier Boxing Champion stable. And if he destroyed the stable, I mean, it's only going to help his legacy out. Pacquiao, in a lot of people's minds, might go down as the greatest of all time. If he run through Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, and Shawn Porter, Keith Thurman, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even got to fight Bud. Manny Pacquiao can destroy Bud legacy without even fighting him. He fight them dudes. Like, I got to fight Bud before I beat everybody else. And what Bud left with? Nothing. He left with Regis Prograis and Barrios coming up, and possibly a fight with Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney down the stretch. He gonna have to be that old motherfucker whooping young niggas' ass. You know what I'm saying? Cool man, what's going on? Cool man said, man, what's going on? So he gonna be that dude, or he got to deal with the leftovers of Errol Spence and Thurman and them wanting to fight him. Man, he's in a no-win situation. He's in a no-win situation. And it's unfortunate for Crawford. That Errol Spence just don't want to get it on. Shawn Porter don't want to get it on. Danny don't want to get it on. Keith don't want to get it on. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but like I said before, if Errol and Pacquiao and they do decide to fight, and they can pay, if it's true that Errol want $20 million guaranteed, and then that leave Porter and Danny Garcia to fight. I mean, that ain't a bad fight. I wouldn't pay for neither one of them. But yeah, Porter and Danny, that would be a solid fight, a rematch. Just based on how Danny looked, it might be the same thing going on with Shawn Porter. So, it's a lot of different things that can happen. Danny can go a different direction and fight somebody else. Shawn can go in a different direction and fight somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But, people talking about Crawford on the outside looking in, it's just same thing with Devin Haney at lightweight. The difference is Devin Haney is young, and Devin Haney can move up and reinvent himself at another weight class. Crawford, not so much. Crawford is at the threshold right now. He at the threshold, and it's a situation, and it's a question that comes out: should Terrence Crawford drop the WBO belt, hand it to somebody else at top rank, and go and try to get the mandatory in WBC, IBF, or the WBA? And there's so much politics, you know what I'm saying, that, they might say, you fight this title eliminator, they might do him like Dillian White. Or you be the mandatory in 2022. You done dropped your belt, now you the mandatory forever. You know what I'm saying? The WBA, man, they ain't got no rules. John said Errol watch Pac. He said, I'm gonna say Pac won't have the corny ass straight left. He's going to have to bounce in and out the whole fight. He's not going to be able to maintain it. You're right. He maybe not be able to maintain it. But he hit straight left. He going to land a straight left. That's a fact. He going to land that straight left hand. It ain't nothing that Errol Spence could do about that. Errol Spence might be long in range. Eventually, he going to land that fight. Now, if he jump in and get caught, hey, man, then he probably going to get hurt. He probably going to get hurt. But that's the same thing they said with Margarito. You know what I'm saying? So, it'd be interesting. So, Crawford can jump into another sanctioned belt body and try to get a belt and press Errol Spence. But Errol Spence, we know, probably dropped the belt anyway and say, I'm moving up. So, that's always going to be a situation. It's always going to be a situation where you may have that, where, he should drop the belt and go to another sanctioned belt body and try to force a mandatory, but it don't work like that. It don't work like that. So he's just in a position where, he just got some hoe ass niggas in his division. It ain't no other way to say it. And when the fans condone some of the stuff they doing, it enables them. When fans don't care that you're not fighting the best, the fans don't care if you ducking. They gonna ride with you regardless. That's what you get. And you know how stupid fans look, saying, oh, Earl's the A side and he don't have to fight Crawford, and Crawford got to do this, that, and the third, and this, that, and the third, and this, that, and then Earl is trying to fight Pacquiao. Well, if he's trying to fight Pacquiao, it's nothing but space and opportunity right now. You know what I'm saying? You sit here and you say you want Pacquiao after the accident, before the accident, and now the opportunity is here, and you gonna pussy out. You know what I'm saying? You say no broken bones. I'm a beast. I want all the smoke. No tuna. Well, right here and now, let's get it over with. Because he know if he get them 3 belts and he fight the IBF interim title holder this year in 2021, there's gonna be no excuse for what with the Crawford fight not happening. That's his worst nightmare is losing to Crawford. They know he gonna lose to him. They know he gonna lose to him. They know he gonna lose to him. Crawford gonna beat the front end off that boy. He know he can't fuck with him. Derrick James know it. Put them niggas on a lie detector test. Put them on a lie detector test, and I guarantee you, his daddy probably failed. Ain't no dude that's getting drunk, riding around, the Lord knows what, hanging with rappers and getting a street beef. Hey, that suburban fake gangster wannabe Fred from Beauty Shop Conversation, the brother Kareem from New Jack City. That nigga gonna get his ass whooped. This is like putting Doritos next to the Great Value brand Doritos. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get dog walked. He gonna get obliterated. And they know it's over with. It ain't nothing they gonna be able to do about it. Yeah, Spence know he gonna lose the Bud Ricky. He know it. He know it. He too robotic. He too slow. He not advanced, bro. Remember, Spence only been boxing since he was 15. He too robotic, too slow. That boy might get washed. You know what I'm saying? Well, he did this to Mayweather in the gym. If he sold magic in the gym and he could beat Mayweather up, like they should be able to dog walk Crawford. They know what's gonna happen. Al Haymon ain't no fool. Same thing with Lomachenko and Tank. It ain't no difference. It ain't no difference. They know what's gonna happen to Tank. Tank gonna get dismantled. Lomachenko gonna take him to church and baptize him in the pulpit. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't believe Teixeira was a weak link, Castanos wouldn't be going over there to get that belt. That's a fact. You know? So they don't believe in their fighters, bro. Same thing with Jamal Charlo and Canelo. They don't believe Jamal Charlo can beat Canelo. That's why they say we want $20 million. Anytime somebody get the pricing themselves out, they give you a price so high. That means one, they don't want to fight. In other situations, they don't want to sell the car. They don't want to sell this. They don't want to sell. When they give you a price so high, they don't want to do business with you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, give me 50 million. Oh, give me 100 million. You know what I'm saying? And niggas don't even want to give you a counter offer, or they don't even want to work. That same thing with boxing. Same thing with boxing. Errol Spence would rather lose to anybody else in this world. He'd rather lose to me in the street than rather lose to Terrence Crawford. He couldn't deal with the humiliation. He couldn't deal with the humiliation. He couldn't go back to his hood. He couldn't go back to his hood. Well, he ain't even from the hood. He couldn't go back to Dallas with his head high. But I don't understand why he's thinking like the Dallas Cowboys been disappointing for the last 20 years, 30 years. 25 years, the Dallas Cowboys, 24 years, they've been disappointing. And every time Dallas and the Cowboy Nation, they welcome them back every season with open arms. He said, I saw Errol want $20 million guaranteed to fight Bud. He keeps saying Bob knows what it takes. Like I said, did he get 20 million versus man? He gonna get 20 versus Pacquiao? He might. Guaranteed, I doubt it. And that's what they do. They price themselves out. Like Charlo, I want 20 million to fight Canelo. Hold on, nigga. You just started making $1 million last year. You saying you wanna 20 times your money? You want 20 times what you getting? These dudes out their mind, bro. They don't want to fight nobody, bro. They don't want to fight nobody. Pricing themselves up. I want 20. Remember, Pacquiao won 20 million to fight Crawford, but Bob couldn't account. He knew Bob can't come up with that type of money or won't come up with that type of money. You know what I'm saying? That when dudes get the pricing themselves out, these dudes don't want to fight. PVC is the cancer to boxing, bro. Coronavirus. This niggas is the coronavirus. And it's fitting. 70-second nitty, what's going on? It's fitting if Pacquiao beat all their ass. It's fitting. If Pacquiao go in there and run through them like diarrhea, bro, it's fitting. It's fitting. That's the way it gotta be. That's the way it gotta be. And if that happened, all them niggas gonna want to fight Bud after that. Watch what I tell you. When Pacquiao dropped that belt, or if Pacquiao got the balls to fight Bud after that, and Bud get all the belt, all them gonna be running the calling out Bud. Oh, Bud needs to fight me. I'll be like, I'll whip my shit out on Bud and piss in their face. On my mama. On my hood. I wouldn't fight them niggas if the WBC said I'll drop all. I wouldn't fight none of them cocksuckers. All them some cornballs, bro. Every fighter on Premier Boxing Champion is a cornball, except for like Gary Russell, David Benavidez, Caleb Plant, Wilder. It's very, very few of them dudes. All them dudes is corny, man. All of them dudes is real fucking corny. They corny. You say what you want to say about, Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya should the fade with any nigga. He shoot the fade with anybody. Say what you want to say about Tevin Farmer. Tevin Farmer went out his way to fight JoJo Diaz. You think Errol Spence ever go out his way to fight somebody that can beat them if he didn't have to? No. Neither would Tank. It's a handful of real niggas on PBC. And a handful of real niggas on PBC get treated like a disease, like they got leprosy or something. It's a handful of real dudes on PBC. Broner, Gary Russell, Wilder, Plant, Benavidez. You know, they're really about it. And Jamel Charlo, he'll fight anybody. And J-Rock. J-Rock can fight anybody too. It's a handful of real dudes on PBC, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like these lame dudes today and these snitches today, they get put on the pedestal, they get celebrated in today's society, but the real dudes suffer. These dudes don't want to fight nobody, bro. And these the dudes idolize. You know what I'm saying? These the dudes that people put they to build their box community behind. You know what I'm saying? Ask Fanon faggot ass. Ask Fanon, right? Ask Fanon in the local dummy box community what does he condone drunk driving? Ask him that. Ask him that. Ask Blood. Ask Negro. Ask 78 snitch self. That dude is the gossip king, bro. This dude the gossip king, man. Y'all know 78 set up Fred from Barbershop Conversation? Y'all know that? Let's talk about that for a minute. Yeah, I want to get messy today. You know 78 told somebody that Fred and Kenny was fighting over a prostitute. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Y'all know Fred, y'all know he leaked that about Fred? Huh? Y'all know he really got a knife from Fred back? Ain't that crazy though? Ain't that crazy? Y'all know the Cali Enigma was supposed to lead the LDBC. Him and World Breaker was supposed to lead the last day, and he let World Breaker leave, and then and then he copped out like a pussy. Y'all knew that? Y'all knew they sold out World Record for a white girl? You know, it's videos of her playing with herself. I seen them. Matter of fact, I got them. I got her nudes. Send me a cash app. I'll send them to you. So how you see how they put out World Record? They put out World Record stuff, but then put her news out, and they got her in the Discord. You know, with her news. I got the news. Promise you. On my mama, I got them. On your boy mama, I got them. Raise on salute. I got them. You know they trying to kick people. You know they trying to kick people out the local dummy box community because they cool with me. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy though? The nigga for life crew took they put a white girl on the pedestal, right? And cooked World Record out. They put World Record stuff out there, right? But they got all these news of her playing with herself, and people didn't seen it. The Cali Enigma seen it, right? Tell you how much of a low life he is. He seen it and said, "Oh man, I don't think that's her," and you know, this not enough proof. Like I said before, man, I don't know how y'all support them, bro. I don't know how you support them, dog. 78 tell everybody business. Everybody business. Everybody business. Negro business. You know what I'm saying? Fred business. He tell all them dudes business. Don't tell him nothing. You know, don't tell him nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing but snitch on you. He ain't gonna do nothing but snitch on you. He ain't gonna do nothing but snitch on you. Don't tell him none of your. Don't tell him where you live at. Don't tell him your girl name. Don't tell him your mama name. Don't tell him your name. Man, get him a fake name. Treat him like a girl at the club you want a one night stand with. Cause Fred supposed to be his boy. He kicking it with Kenny behind the scenes. And trying to be cool with Fred at the same time. That's how I know Fred was with a prostitute. 78 told everything. How that's your man's though? And Kenny, you better stop talking to that snitch, man. I'm gonna tell you this about 78, bro. See, Fred ain't no street dude, so he don't know game. I'm gonna tell y'all about him. He a dude. The reason he don't show his face, in my opinion, the reason he don't show his face is because he a snitch. All these street stories he told and all this he told, he snitched on somebody. So that he got too many snitch tendencies and telling all the LDBC business. He snitched on somebody. That's why he don't show his face. He's a snitch. He probably ain't even from Milwaukee. He probably in the witness protection program. Tekashi 6ix9ine at. He probably from like New York, DC, Baltimore, Florida. He probably got caught with them things and got to singing like a bird. He on this Rayful Edmonds, bro. He on this outpost. That's why him and Negro hide in the boxing community. That's why him and Negro hide in the boxing community. That's why. That's why him and Negro hide, because they can't talk about their street life because they know they snitches. Come on, man. I can say a lot more. I'm a singer. I ain't snitching. This is just public information. Now the little girl, the girl that's showing her stuff that caught Wirebreaker up, it happened because of the dude Hifi, whoever Hifi is, some little small, little nerdy little boy. He doing whoever that is. He's small. He a small little nerdy little dude. He a little skinny little quiet dude. Yeah, I know about you. He a little quiet dude. The white girl is his girlfriend. He a brother swirling though. Ain't that crazy? Another local dummy boxing brother swirling. And when her and World Breaker was kicking it, they was going back and forth. She wasn't dating the little Hifi boy no more. She wasn't dating him no more, right? They wasn't dating. You feel me? So I guess they started kicking it again. He went through her phone, I guess, and seen the pictures of World Breaker, and he got her to leak them, or he leaked them or something like that. That's how it went. That's how it went. That's how it went. And what's so bad is Callie was going around here, World Breaker, my cousin. He my cousin. And you sell your cousin off for a white boy. I mean, for a white girl. Ain't that crazy? He sends the nudes and he sends the videos to Callie. And Callie said, I don't really know if that's her, and this, that, and the third. So Callie didn't put the news out there to prove and defend World Breaker. Instead, he went live to fucking roast his ass where all the LDBC niggas came to roast him at. All these dudes that claim to be this man's friend, they was on the live roasting him for a white girl. And she from Ohio. They from Ohio. Come on. Come on. Come on, man. It's two sides to every story. So I wouldn't trust them. People got mad and did what I did. CJ was tripping. Man, please. Please. I wasn't tripping. I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew all the dry hate I was getting. Like I said before, you can't trust them, bro. You can't trust the local dummy boxing community, bro. They don't know boxing. They don't support blacks, like most blacks. You know what I'm saying? They wear their Gucci ties, their Gucci belt, and 7-8 a snitch. He a federal snitch, and he a YouTube snitch. Don't tell that man none of your business. Don't tell him none of your, he a snitch. He tell a Negro business too, guaranteed. Him and Negro fall out. He helped Fred get to where he at. He out here telling Fred business and stuff. And I heard that it's a video of Fred out there cheating with a prostitute. That if it get back to his wife, it's hook right good night. He gonna lose half. I heard it's a video out there. I heard it might drop too. I heard it might drop. I heard it might drop it like it's high. Fred gonna be crying. All my life I had Lincoln and Kennedy shit. He gonna be seeing them on the weekend. His wife gonna have his Prius and everything. Him and Kenny out here fighting over hoes. Homies over hoes. Do the homemade. Do the homemade. Homies over hoes. Homies over hoes. Do the homemade. And 7-8 out here telling all this business, acting like he cool with him and stuff. Then he out here telling them business. Fred setting up all these workshops for 7-8 to do a meet and greet. He can't show his face in public. He a career snitch. Come on, man. 7-8, instead of trying to get Kenny back and suing Kenny he need to be suing 7-8 for defamation of character. He assassinating that man's character, bro. He assassinating. All they do is talk dry snitch behind each other back. And then this is who y'all listen to. This is who y'all listen to. I'm gonna keep dropping bombshells. I'm gonna keep dropping. Until the truth completely come out. I'm gonna keep dropping bombshells. And I know who got that footage. You know how that footage came out of Fred getting karate smashed in his mouth? I know who got that footage. I know how the footage got into the hands it got into. Some people that Fred is so cool with sold his ass out on the footage. Ain't that crazy? Somebody that Fred is so cool with sold his ass out on the footage. Sold the footage to somebody. One of Fred's friends that he called in the industry recorded him getting his face Kung Fu Kenny. Kung Fu Kenny. What up, William? Hey. You got Hong Kong Fooey. That nigga karate smashed him in the mouth. One of Fred's close people, I ain't gonna say they close, video recorded and sold it. That's why it took so long to come out. Somebody had to purchase it. That's why it took so long to come out. Yup, somebody got the whole, that's how the whole thing came out. Crazy, ain't it? Ain't no loyalty in this YouTube boxing community. Somebody that he had conversations with sold him out. Sold the footage. They was the only ones with the footage too. Sold him out. Then one of your colleagues sold you out. Then the dude who put you on, Barbershop from Fred 7-8, sold him out. So who really should he be trying to sue? This is dude 7-8 who he setting up meet and greets for. Come on, man. Come on. He don't even know who really leaking information out about him. 7-8 talking to Kenny behind the scenes, and he trying to hype Fred up. They got us out here talking about, oh, Kenny, we broke. F Kenny Porter, F Shawn Porter. But 7-8 talking to them on the low, though. Where everybody, I'm telling you, it's a dirty game. Oh, that other tape worth the bag. Whoever got it's worth the bag. The other tape worth the bag. That's a marriage. This marriage, that tape ever come out, marriage going down the drain. Fred might even, he might go purchase a gun and attempt to use it. He got a gun, don't shoot. I'll take the safety off. He might put it to his head too. Pow. Ball hit it 1948 leather helmet, NFL snowball head. For real, man. Them dudes cornballs, man. For real, man. Them dudes some cornballs, man. And never have I told any of them dudes I talked to leave. I never said that. You know, if anybody ever told you, oh, CJ tried to convince me to leave the local dummy box, they'll lie. They'll lie. Never. Never. Never come up. I care less. Do what you do. I'm not mad at you. I ain't mad at you. But Junior, he fake. Blood, he talking about raping black women. Come on, so we ain't got to say he fake. For nine, a drunk. His homeboy that do OG boxing, he got a heroin addict. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna tell y'all how Curtis Anderson sold out a World Breaker too. Can't trust him neither. He sold him out too. Sold him cold out. Sold him cold out. He told me that a long time ago. And there's some more shit about him, but I let the rest come out. But yeah. I'll let the rest come out. You got a real dope fiend talking boxing. People talking about he drunk. That's a dope fiend. That's a dope fiend. Oh boy, a dope fiend. That's heroin. That's a heroin nod. Most of these cornballs ain't never been in the hood. That's a heroin nod. That dude a dope fiend. You got OD boxing talk. Somebody ODing off of liquor. Anytime somebody get drunk at 10, 11, 12, 1 p.m., there's an alcoholic, bro. There's an alcoholic. You got a dope fiend, an alcoholic, and you got a United American British guy doing a boxing talk show, and somebody that's fake. That ain't no lean. That's a heroin lean. Lean with it. Rock with it. Come on, man. Y'all getting y'all boxing talk from a dope fiend and an alcoholic. How do that work? Come on, man. Can y'all got dude doing a heroin nod, and dude they got alcohol. He might play with his nose too, low key. He might play with his nose, and then you got a career snitch in 7-8, a snitch. Hanging Fred out to dry. Fred doing all this stuff. Yes, Master 7-8. Yes, we's gonna set you up. The biggest million men's monster. Use the inspiration to us. use an inspiration to us. And your master hang you out to dry. Use the inspo. Yes, boss. Use the inspiration to us, boss. We loves you. Oh yeah. And he out here telling you and Kenny fighting over prostitutes. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. Y'all bet nine. Y'all got any questions before I get out of here, man? Y'all got any questions, man? You got these dudes fighting over prostitutes. You got dudes fighting over prostitutes in the local dummy box community. You got dudes on heroin. You got career alcoholics. You got fake American Britain guys talking about raping our sisters in America. All right. Then you got just so much going on. Then you got the nigga for life crew. They got a white girl telling them what to do. It's crazy. Can't make it up. Next thing you know, they're gonna be eating poke sandwiches. This is out of control. They must be stopped. Come on, man. Water better get away from them, bro. Water better get away from them. New Ying, what's going on? I heard Errol really don't mess with Negro. No, he don't mess with. He been dropping Negro in Blu-ray. He don't mess with no. He don't mess with no Negro. Negro just gonna. He got to keep the facade going on. William Sebastian, salute. Appreciate the super chat. He got to keep the facade going on, like him and Errol still. Errol been dropped him like a bad habit. Hold on, hey, you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care if you listen or you don't listen. It ain't you posting that ain't gonna make me be the bigger man. You mess with that's a nigga seeing the be animated. Nah, he alright. I mean, I don't listen to really no boxing commentary videos. No, this is like me in town. That's it. And who is Negro? Negro Fight Fan TV. Negro, you know who Negro is. We putting it down for the trill. Hit the like button, ho. Hit the like button. Yeah, man, Saturday. Yeah, my grandma had me go to the cotton fields and did in '85, and I had to pick cotton, and then I had to roll her some cigarettes with the tobacco I got from the Piggles Wigglies up the street. Hit the like button, no! Hit the like button! Hit the like button! All my life. Yeah, we still talking. All my life, I hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. It sound like he trying to get unconstipated. Hit the like button. Do the Bob Aaron voice. Well, Negro Fight Fan. I can't even do it right now, dog. Can't even do it right now. Errol Smith simply doesn't want to fight, Negro. You and 78 are just dumb Negroes. I sent him an offer. Okay? Your Dallas, Texas boy, he doesn't want to fight Terrence Crawford. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, you should want the best fight. Oh, hold on, ho. Why ain't Devin Haney fighting on my chest? Why y'all duck Devin Haney? Hit the like button. I'm trying to tell you, Devin Haney is nowhere ready for the great Lomachenko. Okay, Negro? Don't try to change the subject, Negro. Why ain't Errol Spence want to fight Terrence Crawford? It just doesn't make sense. Hey man, I Errol, he the A side, man. You gotta get Errol $20 million, man. Come on, hit the like button. Hit the like. He got to get $20 million, man. Hold on, man. Bob. This 7-8, man. We go way back. Crawford got it. You got to put more promotion into Crawford. I don't have to do anything. Not until you show your face, you career snitch. We know you snitch, 7-8. Your name's not Cal. You're not from Milwaukee. We pulled you up. You're from Jersey. You snitched on your whole crew. hold on, man. We can't handle snitches on here, 7. I didn't use you to get my subs up. No more trio boxing talk is featuring Negro Fight Fan and Blu-ray. We replacing Snitch 78. As you should. You don't want any of those Milwaukee snitches on your show. I'm trying to tell you, he makes the show terrible, Negro. It's just terrible. You're better by yourself. Just gargling Errol Spence nuts in your mouth and you're better by yourself. But I tell you this before I go. Terrence Crawford would triply emasculate your boy Terrence Errol Spence. He just doesn't have enough perpetual movement to mess with Errol Spence. Now, appreciate it. I want seeing your ass to super. Hit the like button, ho. Hit the like button. You ain't getting this. We putting it down for the trio. You ain't getting this anywhere else. We putting it down for the trio, ho. Trio Boxing Talk featuring Negro Fight Fan and Blu-ray DVD. Oh man. Oh man. I impressed myself with my acting skills, man. I should have been on Broadway or something, man. I should have been on Broadway. It ain't easy acting like a snitch in a bald-headed milk dud Negro Cage ass. And next Negro Luke Cage. Any other questions, man? Any other request? Any other request? Fred probably gonna cry when he seen this video. I can't believe my master. See, Nick Nack, Paddywhack, Red Fish, Bluefish, 78 can't do this to the brother. Now, my brother Malcolm X say, you know, wolves come in sheep's clothes. And then 7-8, I did a lot for 7-8. I did a lot for him. And he stabs me in the back like this. Oh, my brother. Oh, my brother. They can cuff me all they want to. I'll hang each and every one of them. I hang each and one of them. They know better. So I deep fry their ass. I deep fry all them niggas, man. Do ego. I don't know how to do ego. I don't know. Yeah. He be trying. I don't know. I don't even watch him no more. I can't forget. They might snitch. Snitch again. Snitch. Ain't nothing to snitch on me about. Shit. You gonna snitch. That's why you don't tell your personal business. That's the difference. You only tell people what you want them to know, not what they want to know. That's the difference. Let's get snitch on me. Shit, go ahead. I ain't like some of these dudes living off their girl. Shit, I can tell you some names about some dudes who broke living off their girl. I can tell you somebody on YouTube who a test tube baby and who was about to, prostitute out here. It's one of these females on YouTube that was considering selling the cootie cat because they ain't had no rat-a-tat in their pocket. 78 was a fishy facing all that time, yet he free. Yeah, he snitched. Ain't nobody stupid. He was in there. It was Ricky, Bob, Jill, Jack, Will. They all did that, man. I didn't touch nothing, you honor. You don't be using the messenger, the box. No. You sent something to there? You gotta hit me on like Twitter. Yeah, I ain't getting the notifications. It happened like that sometimes. It just updated too. Hold on. Appreciate you didn't get super chat though. Oh yeah, I got it now. You said that shit like 20 days ago. Yeah. I get Twitter notifications instantly. Damn, is that bad on these? Oh, it's bad on these YouTube streets, man. It's bad on these YouTube. It's icy and snowy with no chance of salt coming no time soon. No time soon. Y'all out here listening to fake boxing prophets and snitches, and Fred gotta feel some type of way, man. Your own boy gave you up. Remember, whoever watch The Wire, well, Omar gave up Stringer Bell. I mean, Avon gave up Stringer Bell to brother Monzon and Omar. That's how Fred doing. That's how 7-8 doing Fred. He said Negro too lazy. Man, he probably snitched too. All that time he did and got, he probably snitched. He probably singing too. But you can't snitch to go back to your hood though. So he probably didn't snitch. You can't snitch to go back to your hood. So yeah, he probably had to relocate to Alaska or something like that. You can't snitch to go back to your hood. 7 ain't for no damn Milwaukee. He probably snitched in Jersey or Vermont or some shit like that. New England area. If I ever find Hifi Punk, but I'm gonna be. Yeah, he a small little Negro, man. Yeah, I can tell you what he look like. Yeah, don't time him out. He cool. Used to what? Yeah, I just like Oz. Yeah, Oz was dope. Sopranos, Oz, all that shit was dope. Yeah, like I feel a little quiet, little nigga. I said I get it for you. Quiet little dude, man. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna pop them things. Talking about the knuckle dragger that holler everything. With his do-rag on. Nigga, slow down, man. Pronunciate. Yeah, I'm gonna do a one mock draft. Pronunciate, nigga, just be yelling. Anthony Joshua's. Sound like Tasmanian. Like, slow down. Damn. Don't just stuff your face all at once. He be like, slow down, bro. Niggas just be yelling and shit, man. Them niggas got a really, really diverse group of Negroes, man. They found some of the the best knuckle draggers they could find. You know what I'm saying? He nigga found the YouTube boxing Avengers or some shit like that, man. That nigga put together the Negro. You watch Black Light? Yeah, I watched Black Light. Now I watched the last episode yesterday. I'm about to finish watching Better Call Saul now. That nigga, hey, what this dude saying? I want to enjoy the comedy. Damn. He was like, man, spitting this shit like, man, all right, man, slow down. He like, man, like he need to like get some. You know, you can tell some of them dudes don't get it. Like, all right, bro, you got it. That's what I'm doing. Nigga, like, slow down, man. Nigga about to throw up or some shit, man. You be like, slow down. Let's enjoy the content, man. Damn, man. People like, damn, man. Nigga be angry, man. Go let a stripper sit on your face. Go ask Fred for that prostitute number, man. They down there in the same area. That's Tasmanian Devil. That's what I'm doing. That's Tasmanian Devil. That's that nigga. Motherfucking man. Like, damn, nigga, slow down, man. Let it marinate. Any more questions, man, before I get out of here? Yeah, he be mad like he ain't got none in a long time, man. Like, go get some, man. They say it's going for the 40 ball. Just strap up. It's going for the 40 ball out here. 40 cheap. You might get it for the 20. Little thing, a little uglier. When that lotion in that hand don't work no more. Any more questions? Yeah. That nigga. They got a diverse group of Special Olympic niggas on YouTube over there. That's the Special Olympics, the local dummy box community. Special Olympics, man. So many niggas getting pimped out over there. They really believe they a crew. They believe it's a family over there. They just telling each other, oh, you know, whoop-de-whoop wife don't want to be with him no more because he don't know how to F no. Maybe over there telling everybody business, man. He said he maybe want to go to one of those functions with 300 black men just to see. Man, them niggas. I got 1,000 black men. That's well enough to march down Crenshaw with me right now. That nigga Fred hiring black men like it's a movie set. He said 78, the architect of this BS groups. He made YTBC leave then now the local dummy box. You ain't lying, bro. You don't listen to them niggas, man. Jerry Judy better than Lamb. At least that's what I think. He better route runner. But yeah, I'm gonna do one. I'm gonna do one mock draft towards the end. I think I did one last year. Yeah, I did. Or maybe it was the year before last. But I like him. I like Lamb too. But Jerry Judy better route runner. Come in and out of breaks better. But CD Lamb got that speed though. Baltimore need to get him. Put him with Hollywood. Lamar gonna really be going crazy on the outside next year. Any last questions? That big bad. Hey. All right, I'm gonna log off. Appreciate everybody coming in. Hold on. The Radar projected to pick up Judy. They still ain't gonna be shit. But hey, appreciate it. We out.